Okay, so anyway, back. So yeah, if you have to move somebody out your way or getting me to help you move them out the way, then do that. So anyway, the next one, doing things that go against your values. It's like I don't want to do nothing that goes against my values. Like it is not something that I want to find and properly do. Like it's just not something that's valuable to me. Um, so yeah, doing things that go against your values, I don't see the point of it. I don't see the point of that at all. Like I don't like some things they make me feel truly awful. Um and but one thing, this thing is saying how to align your truth with your actions. Now this really does work. Out of all this stuff I'm telling you right now, if you are at a place where you got a low vibration, whatever, or you feel like you just stuck, or you feel like you're going through a whole lot of stuff, start to do things that you say you're gonna do. Like it's like if you say you're gonna go in there and get you a cup of milk, go in there and get you a cup of milk. And that's how you start. You start small. If you say you're gonna go in there and get you a cup of water, go in there and get you a cup of water. If you say you're gonna do 10 push-ups, then do 10 push-ups. If you don't do 10 push-ups, it's not a lie. It's just that you accept that you don't that you not don't that you don't feel like doing it. And then that's it. And if you tell some, just start to do things that align with your truth. And once you do things that align with your truth, you'll start to see like your vibrational vibe will raise anyway. Like that's just how it go. Like it's just like once you start like really figuring out who you are and what it is that you have to give and the things that are great about you and like the bad things, how they good, it's like how that's great about you too. Like even your flaws are just like some of the best things that some people can see. And so it's just stop thinking about how the world look at you and start seeing how you look at you. If you feel like you can't trust yourself, it's just because you're not doing everything that's aligning with your thing. That's one thing I hate with Lil Wayne say. He always say he don't trust himself, like he don't know himself, like he lost or something. And it's like he really kind of do, like but then too, I don't trust myself either, so I hate that he say that, but then at the same time I understand why he said, because if I get angry I don't trust myself, like I don't trust what's gonna come out if I get upset with you. So yeah, it's like doing things that go against your values. Just that's the value thing. Yes, that's one thing. But what I'm telling you is once you start to align your actions and stuff like that, it's a whole different. It's you in a whole different ball game from then on. Watching TV, especially of a violent nature, yeah, that'll mess you up. I used to watch Law and Order. I stopped watching. I stopped watching The Real Housewives. I stopped watching Basketball Wives. I stopped watching like all that little reality stuff because none of it is. It's not useful. Like it's like how many times you gonna see somebody not get invited to something and then they like, well, why can't everybody just get invited and then everybody just show everybody having a good time? Like it's always like some extra drama going on, and all of them had the same problems. Like I used to watch all of them, so I already know they all had the same problems, and so you just like, how many fucking times could I watch this shit? Then the tattoo thing, they too childish. Like it's like they actually go into arguments and stuff like they kids, and it's like, but y'all own businesses and stuff. So how are y'all functioning like that? Like that's not a full functioning mentality. And so when other people get businesses, are they gonna be that toxic? Or people looking at that as an example? And I'm the first person to be like, well, they don't do that. But I think about TV or like real life examples of stuff, and some people tend to like follow that and think that that's like a trend or something. So they might get to the point where that's all they want to do is argue when they get somewhere and this and that. Like I wouldn't be able to last there a day. Like it's like, okay, you want to argue, okay, it's this situation is over the cheating and the backstabbing and we gonna fight you because you the new girl and all that shit is like shit that happened when you in elementary school. That shit happened when you gonna have a good strong community. And it's like really no shows on TV like that where it's like this a reality show with a good strong community. Like even if y'all having bad decisions and stuff, you still should be able to come out squeaky clean. This a cool business partner. And I know people tend to think that that's boring, but I say then make that into a creativity show or something. Like for real, instead of like all this, it's just too much. Because that's violence too, like the traumas and all this different stuff, and them working somewhere, and this girl, she gotta be so gross and immoral with her sexuality and stuff like. So then people start. That's why people start to think, well, this is our business. Like when the star go out with whoever they go out with or do whatever they do, they're like, well, yeah, this is my business, and it's not your business at all. It still has to, even though you see it on a reality TV, that's really not our business either. It's not my business what goes on in somebody else's house. And now that I'm seeing it, I'm just like, I don't want my house to be like that. Like, I don't want all that drama in my house. I don't need all that in my space. You know, somebody coming in putting hay on your floor and all that stuff. You too old for that. Like, for real, it's like, raise your vibrational frequency and you will see what I'm saying. Like, it's like, look back at yourself. Like, that's why I kind of look back at my videos too. Like, okay, maybe you need some makeup, you know. But but that's it. Like, it's like, I want to look back at it and be like, you know, like, you know, I'm starting petty fights and stuff, but I never been like that either. So that's the thing. Like, y'all could be like, y'all could see it totally different, but I just have not been a person to be like, I'm gonna argue with you over something stupid. Like, you know, it's just not my personality. So I don't know. That's why I'm like, I have no clue of why they do it or what they doing or anything like that. But I don't know. Maybe they malnutrition. Maybe they need a good meal. You know, I don't even understand it. I really don't. I don't understand anything they do on those reality shows. So, yeah, violence and all that negativity. That's why I say the other thing is for black people, it's hard because every other day we see a video of somebody getting killed. And you know, that's something that'll lower your vibration. It'll, like, that shit'll mess with you. You could be in a totally good mood and they could tell, like, what if the person look like your little cousin or your friend or whatever and you crying? What if they look like you crying, you grieving, and you don't even know this person? And that's because now they have lowered your vibration. You an empath, and sometimes that shit'll suck the fucking life out of you, you know. And then you wondering why you sitting up in the house 3 days being unproductive, and it ain't got nothing to do with you. It got everything to do with the stuff they putting out there that's lowering your vibration. And so that's the whole thing. Now you got to get it back up. Now you got to meditate. Now you got to do this. Now you got to do that. It's like, man, you know, that's a lot to go through. Mistreating yourself, other people, animals, or the planet. Oh, I feel so guilty. Like, I get so guilty. Like, I don't like mistreating people, even after they mistreat me. I can say I'm going to do it, but I'm just not. I'm just like, let me get the fuck out of your way. Like, for real. You want to mistreat? Okay, let me get the fuck out of your way. Let me get out your way. Just don't hurt my child. That's a different story. But, like, for me, myself, I don't feel like I need to, like, hurt you. Like, I don't have that. I just don't have it no more. I used to be like, I'm finna fuck. But now, and I didn't even say that. I just hit them. So, like, yeah, it's like now I don't even, let me get out your way. You do you. Like, you know, people, animals. Even when I know stories about people who mistreat animals. I just seen people mistreat animals, and I'm just like, I hate it. Like, it's like such a horrible feeling. And the planet, yeah, it's a horrible feeling. All that stuff is a horrible feeling. It's just, it's like, and I don't care what kind of data they give me or whatever. I'm just like still a recycle fiend. I'm like, I cannot stop recycling. It's like they like, recycling only affects 1% of something. I'm just like, okay, well, okay, I recycle for the 1%. You know, we got boxes and boxes in here, but we got projects to make too. So, you know, it's like, man, and I'm a homeschool teacher. So, yeah, we actually like, let's use this stuff. But, yeah, and an artist. So, I'm not a hoarder. But if I could make art out of it, I will. I will be back. But, yeah, I will. Mindless activities such as social media, internet, no purpose, whatever, reality shows, commercials, video games, YouTube, engaging in drama at work, complaining about something you can't change. Okay, so this is like what they stand as mindless activities. I personally don't ever see anything as a mindless activity because if I'm looking on social media, it's because I don't watch TV. So I actually like, I think it's like that vice that I have in place of TV. I tried to watch Hulu yesterday and I couldn't even watch the show. Yeah, I thought I wanted to watch TV yesterday. I couldn't even watch the show. So anyway, like, it's just, that's true. Like, some things they drain your energy. Social media, like I said, they push those videos about people getting shot. Like, so say me somebody do get shot, they're just like, it'll be like 50 people that post the same thing. You just like, fuck, you know. I like that they had a sensitivity thing on there. I joined this group where they talked about different stories, and some people love this shit. Like, where people talk about their pain and what they going through, because some people, they fucking play off that shit, you know. So I can't look at that, you know. I don't look at any of that. And they have a thing too where it says, since I don't read the stories, because I'm like, no. But if I'm writing, maybe I might read it just so I can get like information about it. But yeah, mindless activity, sometimes that social media, it'll fuck you up. I don't care. Even if they got like even if they have like a bunch of Jesus things, or you know, because sometimes those, for people, if you know the person, you know they don't live up to that shit. They ain't never real about shit they do. Man, that's why I love me some Kirk Franklin, y'all. I love me some Kirk and Tammy, honey. You can't tell me I ain't no kin to him. You can't tell me I ain't never had none of her peach cobbler. I don't even know if she cook it or not. I'm serious. I love me some Kirk and Tammy. He be picking on her, and then be loving on her, and then she'll be loving on him, and he be picking, you know, she be picking on him, then they be in there laughing, and he gotta be extra stupid, making her feel bad about herself. If I be like, boy, you better leave her alone, you know, like, but it's like, I love me some Kirk and Tammy. For real, I really do. And it's just because of the honesty of their relationship. Like, he even talked about when he had his, I don't mean to bring up old stuff, but he like talked about when he had his issues with porn and all that different stuff. So what? Fuck it. You know, like, you better now, ain't you? So yeah, it's just like those things, like mindless activities, like just scrolling. Even me too. I don't research everybody I talk about, because sometimes I do. I feel like, man, I'm in their business. Like, I'm really trying to be up in their business. We ain't even fucking friends. You know, like, I don't even know their damn business like that. You know, that ain't my homie or whatever. So I just like, that's why it's like, what do they do? Like, what are their activities? Like, what kind of things do they do that's positive for people in the community? Like, what kind of things do they bring into the community that's raising our vibration? What's the change that they making that they want to see? And you'll notice that most people, if they came from the hood, they got some program or something like that. They got like a donation or whatever they do. It is like, that's the stuff that I like. Like, it's like so many things that I like about that. So that's all I'm saying. Is like, yeah, mindless activities, I say look for the positive things. Like, I'm not gonna say don't do it, because some of that shit be good for you. Books, if you can't read good and you gotta watch TV, watch it. But then I'm saying, like, look for the positivity. Like, look for answers and clues and what resonates with you, and write about those things. You know, like, turn into an activity. If you can't write, talk about it. I don't know, do a podcast, whatever. So it's like, all these things that they say are mindless activities, they actually could turn into something positive. Like, I really do feel like we should have something outside the shade room, where it's like the positivity room or something like that. I don't know. But it's like where we actually start to, instead of Nene always being this attitudinal bitch, you know, like, sometimes I feel like what she doing is, like, for real, it's just like self-care for her. Even though she got an attitude about it and stuff, it's like sometimes you really do need to fucking tell somebody to fuck off and get the fuck out your face. Like, because it's like you crossing boundaries, and you gotta think about her life, and if that's her true life and what she been through, some of that shit she really don't want to fucking deal with it anyway. So that's why the fuck she snapping. She ain't got no attitude, just had no fucking attitude. She got an attitude because you causing problems in the fucking attitude. You know, sometimes for these parties and shit, you don't want to see that bitch. Like, you don't want to see her. I don't want to see none of y'all. Like, I'm not, it's not about talking about you or something like that. It's just, I don't want to see you. I don't want to spend time with you or nothing. Like, I don't want you in my fucking space. So that shit, like, some of those shows, it's like, how can I handle myself? I'm not an assertive person. Nene is an assertive person. So that's going to be the friend. Because that'll be the friend I had to talk to her in private. That's why her and that other girl was so close. Because they got two different personalities. Her and Cynthia. That's probably why all it was. Even though Cynthia quiet like me. But Cynthia, if she tell you, she going to tell the truth. So that's it, period. But what I'm saying is like, Nene and Cynthia don't see a lot of negativity, because Cynthia has seen more than the most person. Like, she's been a model. So in her defense, it's like she just gonna be kind of chill about a whole lot of shit, because she a model. She done seen a lot more than most of us have. So a person that has experience and like worldly experience, they usually gonna have a lower threshold for like not tolerant. It's like they really don't care. They know that this is what makes this person. Because when you get into certain cultures, certain things just That's what they do. You know, like when I lived with my boyfriend, I hated when they didn't sweep the floor. Oh my God, I hate when they didn't sweep the fucking floor. That shit used to piss me off. They just take everything, put on the floor. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I hated that shit, you know? So it's like, but in my house, that shit, like, even today, like, every day I wake up and sweep up the dog hair. I just hate a nasty ass floor. And so it's like, you know, but then you get into another culture when you go over there, you know that really you can't just sweep. That's all I'm saying. Just sweep. You ain't gotta even. They got a broom. Just sweep it up. You ain't gotta get pissed off about it. I ain't gotta get mad. I'm just gonna sweep it up. If I'm at the barbershop and somebody ain't and they hair getting cut and I ain't got shit to do and it's a lot of hair, I'm finna just sweep it up. That's just what you do. So it's like once you start to like see different types of life, then that little shit that people do, you be like, okay, it's easier to accept. And then sometimes it's just not. Like that's my standard. I like a clean floor, so I'm sweep that motherfucker up. I ain't gotta complain about it. I ain't gotta talk about it. I ain't gotta run them through the dirt. I ain't gotta do nothing. So some of this stuff is kind of helping you get a different grasp on life too. So I say yeah, mindless activities they are, but I'm saying doing with a purpose. Like even when oh my God, at my lowest point, YouTube was like my savior. Like when my son went to sleep and sometimes before he did, and all I did was watch YouTube, man. For it, I just be Ralph Smart videos after one Ralph Smart video after the next, searching for Russell Brand. Like I'm just searching for somebody that know anything, and it's not even like I had the same problems they did or whatever. It's just like I was going through so much trauma, and it was nice to see that somebody understood. And actually, I was just like harder on myself than the average person. Like I wasn't even. I was an alcoholic for like 2 months, 2 or 3 months. I smoked cigarettes for a week. I mean, I was like, in my head though, I thought I was like the worst bitch in the world. And I did that shit in college. I smoked weed for like 3 or 4 years. I'm talking about, I was in there like praying like I had committed 50 sins or something. And it's like, I haven't done half the shit Russell Brandon did. Like he did, man, Russell Brandon fucked it up. You hear me? He lived, you hear me? So it's like, I don't know, like it's just like looking for people that just got over their bullshit, you know. And so that's what helped me. So YouTube actually helped me, and they got it over here as like a mindless activity. Magazines make you feel good. The pictures, the glossiness of the page, you know, like all this shit. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes people don't look at the shit they putting out there. So for different people, it's different strokes for different folks. And this is, I'm not saying mindless activities. No, even sometimes you do. Sometimes you just gotta get on social media and flip through. One day I'm just gonna have to watch a fucking show, and not think about the show, and not feel it or whatever I'm trying to do. You know, but I'm a feelings person, so that's just what happens. So don't think that everything you do doesn't have a purpose, because it does. You're a human being. You living. It's something. Only thing that really bothers me is when I'm playing games, like. Games. I'm like, man, the time wasting on games, you know, but not video games, but just games, period, you know. So yeah, it's just like that's something new, because I always used to play video games, you know, but I don't know. I always be thinking I gotta invent something, and the more stuff that you watch, actually, and the more social media that you see, is actually really educational. Especially TikTok. TikTok is educational like a motherfucker. TikTok, you think about ideas and shit. Like, can I do this shit? Can I do this? Can I make that? You know. So yeah, I don't think it's all negative. I think that people try to put it like that, but no, that's not gonna lower your vibe. I think it's gonna raise it above anything else. Is gonna raise it. Drink alcohol. They saying because it's an illusion or whatever. How do I feel about it? First off, it's nasty. I used to drink a lot of alcohol. It was nasty, y'all. I used to have to put everything in there. And then sometimes I gotta mix more than one alcohol. It's like, man. But anyway, so drinking alcohol, I don't have nothing to say about it, because I don't know how it would lower it, you know. But yeah, it's just saying, like, you know, it alters your mind, because you got a buzz or whatever. Yeah, I get woozy when I drink it now, so it's not something that I want to do. Which goes into the next one, which is addictive behaviors. And it's like just addictions. You know, if you gotta wake up, it's like drinking, smoking, sex, drugs, gambling, overeating, and some of these things, man, drinking. I say you do have to get drunk sometimes. Smoking, Try it out. See if you like. Sex is so delicious and delectable. But not sex with everybody. Sex with one person is good. Like, it's like, that is some good shit. Sometimes you have to have a day of sex. Drugs. I'm not a drug person, so I don't know. I have no clue. Even when I was sick, I didn't take drugs. Gambling. I don't gamble either. Y'all, it is crazy. If you give me $5 to gamble, a bitch ain't gonna spend no more than $5. That's it. I'm just not a gambler. I'm not a gambler, but I have been used as a good luck charm, and that person gambled and won money, and I got money from that. Okay. Overeating. Yeah, we all victim of that. And it especially women, like, at different times, and they like, that's gonna lower your, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's like, that's a shaming or whatever. Like, if it's my period time, I want some candy. I don't want to feel bad about that. I don't, ever. And I don't think anybody should. Or I want a roll or a piece of bread or something. You know, it's like, I want cake. You know, it's like, and I don't even eat that stuff. Like, I don't eat it every day. I don't have to have all those things every day. This will actually, the flavored waters, like with strawberries and mint, and like, I used to do these all the time, like put flavors in my water. But yeah, like, all this stuff, yeah. Gone. Let's see. Watching TV, shopping, working, browsing social media, gossiping, complaining, checking your phone. I feel like a little bit of that is always kind of good. It's kind of something that will help raise your vibe. Like gossiping, and you actually get some information out. It has to be true though. Like, and if it's about you, is it really gossiping? Shopping. If the item, if you got $10 in your bank account and you find a skirt for $5 and you got 2 days before you get paid again, is that so wrong to buy the skirt? I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? So some things I just be like, I can't totally fucking agree with this, because I don't know. It's like life happens. And so then, therefore, that raises your vibration. Even though you could feel guilty about it. Because I used to, like, what I used to do is buy the shit, keep it in my closet until it was close for me to get paid, or for when I got paid again, just in case I had to take it back. And then I wore it after. You know, I might wear it on payday or after payday. You know, depending on if I can afford it or not. But yeah, it's just like some things, you just make up a strategy and shit, you be fine. You know, like your vibration has not moved at all. You know, like it is just like, that is the meaning of life. Eating bad, chemically enhanced, genetically modified, and highly processed animal products. I believe in this. I'm not saying you gotta eat healthy all the time, but you gotta eat healthy like most of the time. And that's it. Like, you just gotta eat healthy most of the time, because if you don't, you know, you will fuck yourself up. And actually, you can heal yourself if you just start to eat healthy. You know, that's it. Like, you just, that's all I'm saying, is like, you can actually, it actually heal you by eating healthy. And I think that's all I got. Like, it was just some ways you could raise your vibration. But y'all know, courage about yourself. In the morning, giving yourself affirmations. You know, one good one is the lady from Blackish, and she like, every morning I brush my teeth and I look in the mirror and I say, you're a pretty bitch, or something like that. It's like, oh my god, yes. Try gratitude blitz. It's like, you just, what do? I think you just, okay, all you do is speak out loud and take a ton of things. Okay, so anyway, yeah, grateful. I do this thing where I say what was the best part of my day. I don't say what's the worst part of my day. Fuck all that. But the best part, like the part that sit with you, like where you learn shit and all that stuff, that's a quick meditation. You can do long meditations too. Remember, when you sit in the car and it's quiet and it's cold, you actually are meditating. Like, it's like, that is meditation. Go outside. Repeat positive affirmations. Me and my son, we like to be outside. Do something nice for someone. Freshen up your appearance. Take a break from social media. Have a hug. They gotta warn me. I'm gonna hug you. I love the hugs from my son. Allow limited negativity. Yeah, cut their asses off. No, bitch. No. And that's it. Like, those are just some things about raising your vibe. Like, just um so that you get to a point where you yourself are just not feeling toxic, or you yourself are not feeling bad about what's going on. Breathe. I do that sometimes when I start the show because it's like it's a lot going on. Um, put yourself in the light, in the sun. My son do this thing now where he wants us to go on the roof when he wake up. If I get up in the morning and he up in the sun out, he want to go to the roof. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? I love it up there. At first I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I was like, oh no, you're taking too many chances with life. And he's like, no, let's go up there. Guess who says they don't want to do it? Him. So he'll sit inside the house while I sit on the roof. He don't come all the way out on the roof. And so it's just like so nice to get the sun out there on the roof. Oh my God. Be honest, sing, pray, sing crown chakras, energy to your God. Also, you can make some crowns. I made crowns. I made my son a crown. I gave the little girls in the neighborhood crowns. And you can make them with lace and like starch, and you can put paint in the starch and paint it down. But anyway, it's just like, for real. All these things, they raise your chakra. I mean, they raise your vibe or whatever. And it's like, for real, you get to a point where it's just like an easy day. Like, nothing really is getting in your way except for negativity. And so, but with PTSD and anxiety, that's something different. That's why I want to talk about that too, because people will be like, well, her vibe is raised. Let's see if we can jolt her into, let's tussle her about and see if she comes back. And it's like, no, that's not going to happen every time, especially if somebody has PTSD and anxiety, because they already overly thinking anyway. Like, it's like something that's already like, oh shit, oh my God, I'm not perfect, or it's not good enough, or I'm not coming back quick enough, or I'm not doing this right, or whatever. So yeah, it's like a lot of stuff where we just like, people with PTSD and anxiety, they don't take all that stuff like that. It's just like something that's not taken very lightly for us. So yeah, I think that's it for today. That's it for today. So anyway, again, it's Shantae, Brown Sugar Talk, under Black Unicarns, and have a good day. I did not do that part on my podcast, but okay. Anyway, have a good day.